was a big man for his time at 6 feet tall, knocked him down with a folio, which is a book this size. It reminds me of a joke. Everything reminds me of a joke, if I'm lucky. Obviously, for me, this is a very exciting moment, and also a moment of great relief that I can write another novel. I'm going to read some more poems now. It may be that if you want to go and have a cup of tea, this would be a good time. I know that's what you masses are like. Mention of poetry and off you go.
B.S. Johnson wrote 7 novels, as well as poems, plays, journalism. He made films. He wrote funny, honest books. Often these books are about himself. Some of them are curious objects. He designed a special type character for Albert Angelo. He cut holes in the pages and arranged text in columns. The Unfortunates comes loose, shuffleable. It mimics the randomness of memory. He had obsessions. They recur in his work.
I was driving and I happened on a road accident very shortly after it had happened. And the rider of the motorcycle had been thrown across the road and had hit a wire fence of the sort which has a concrete posts with holes in them and single wires through them. He'd been thrown against this wire fence, and the wires had gone through him like a cheese cutter through cheese. And it stayed with me, that image, that metaphor, wires going through a man like a cheese cutter through cheese, for a long while now. It's a metaphor for the way the human condition seems to treat humankind.
Still, he makes good company. He said he wanted writers to write as though it mattered, as though they meant it to matter, and he did. He was bawdy, funny. He was a brilliant, childish figure, rude, arrogant, insecure. But death fills his work, animates it even. He dwelt endlessly on it. The memories in the loose, frail sections of The Unfortunates are of a friend he lost to cancer.
Tony. His cheeks sallowed and collapsed around the insinuated bones. The gums shriveled, was it, or shrunken? His teeth now standing free of each other in the unnatural half-yawn of his mouth. Yes, the mouth that had been so full-fleshed, the whole face too, now collapsed, derelict.
He wrote to get these things out, so they'd be somewhere else. In a book, rather than in his head. In a review of Sylvia Plath, written after her death, he said, "I must yet question the value of these poems. After all, they did not save her, did they?" This was the job of his writing, to save him, to lessen the pain of the wire biting into him.
The only thing a locust could do was to make itself an awkward thing to eat, by sticking out its arms and legs and wings. To make itself an awkward thing to kill. To make itself an awkward thing to kill.
Even difficult, rude B.S. Johnson couldn't make himself awkward enough. He wrote 7 novels, as well as his poems and plays. He argued criticism was worthless, and he wrote that too. He made films like this one, Fat Man on a Beach. He's good company in it. And then the next month, he sank into the waters of his bath and killed himself.